It's game time in Boston as the crowds look to cheer on the Celtics. For the Magic, this is the last game before heading back to Florida and Orlando. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Well, it's really not a surprise to anybody that they're having the kind of season that they are, Kevin. You wouldn't have expected anything less from the defending champs.
And, Steve, they've got a very legitimate chance to be wearing that crown again at the end of this season. I mean, with the experience of last year still fresh in their minds, and quite honestly, they're my pick to go all the way.
A look at the Magic starting group. Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's ABC in at the 1.
6 seconds on the shot clock. 6.
Five to shoot. Thomas gets a wide open look. Misses off the left iron. And so here's Orlando. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher, mentally and physically, if you're going to win on the road.
And Orlando has possession. It's a 3-point game. That's good. ABC's got 5 now. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Brad Stevens and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Though they lost the first meeting against this team this year, Coach isn't worried about what they can do on the offensive side of things, saying, we dropped the first one, but I still think we can put up a lot of points on this team and get a win. We just need to make sure the ball is moving. Not as easy as it sounds, though, always, guys.
Thanks for filling us in, Doris, and not too surprising that their offensive approach will be a major focus.
Yeah, that's what I would expect, Kevin. I mean, this is a team that really hangs its hat on its offensive execution. But
Guys, that can't be the sole focus. They can't forget to defend.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
yeah, and as many times as you see it, Clark, you never like to see a player have to come out of the game with an injury.
Especially when it's your own teammate. But the other guys just have to step up in the meantime to make up for his absence. Next guy up is what we say.
Now here's Smart. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen. There's the dish to Oladipo. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
For Boston, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Zeller setting the pick for Smart. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
No, they had to take the lid off the hoop, I guess, but they finally get one to go there.
Yeah, a bit of an unsettled start. I mean, maybe that'll get them going.
Here's ABC. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Ruiz, the pass to Zeller. Here's Smart. Cans the 12-footer. Smart's got his second basket of the game.
You know, he's not somebody they lean on for points, but when he does score, that's a bonus.
No good from ABC. Celtics trail by 5. Bradley passes to Ruiz.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw, no good.
Will be at the line shooting 2.
He hits the second from the line. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. ABC passes to Vucevic. Harkless dishes to Vucevic and stolen by Zeller. Ruiz defended by Harkless. Pass to Smart. drive to shoot. Pass to Zeller, and he dunks it down. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's get an update on Thomas. What's the status, Doris?
Yes, guys, I was able to catch up with Boston's head athletic trainer. It's bad news, I'm afraid. He's saying that it looks like a broken ankle, which can truly be a devastating injury. Losing a player like him is a big blow to this team who lean on him to do so much. Someone else will have to step up, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I don't know, though. I mean, one way or another, it seems to me as though it's going to be a long time before we see him back in uniform.
Yeah, such a shame, guys. You always hate to hear of any player getting injured, and this one, this does not sound good.
And the foul called on ABC. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
And it's Bradley off the drive. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Here's ABC. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. And here's Boston. They're on a 10-2 run here. Bradley kicks to Smart. Ruiz. Vucevic defending. That puts them in the lead. That's 7 points for Marcus Smart.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark. Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Now Bradley after the missed three from ABC. Here's Ruiz. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Oladipo, the pass to Vucevic. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Boston trailing. Smart with the ball. He has 7. Here's Ruiz. The three-pointer, no good. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
Boy, I hope we see a few more of those.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. 4th team foul. Magic substitution.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Substitution.
Payton kicks to Gordon. Here's Fournier. He has 7. Kicks it out to Gordon. With 2 seconds left, and the jumper is on the mark. Gordon's got 8 points.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Magic lead by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Tune in next Sunday night, January 24th. Jabari Parker and the Milwaukee Bucks take on Victor Oladipo and the Orlando Magic. A battle in the East. Don't miss out.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
We've got Jay Crowder. Evan Turner is out there with Wallace. Then it's Pressey, and it's Zeller in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
That's something they need to do more of. get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
The lead pushed to double digits. And it's 13 points for ABC. In Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across. Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game. When they've got it clicking, it's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Now they've gotten something out of just about every possession, and their defense has been just as good. Masterful performance across the board.
And don't forget, on the road, too.
Here's Wallace following the bucket by Orlando. Here's Zeller. Banked in off the glass. Zeller's got 8.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Here's ABC. The shot from the low post is good. And the Magic lead by 15.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Pressey kicks to Wallace. Zeller inside, working on Fry, and he gets the bucket. And that's 10 points for Tyler Zeller.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
ABC, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Here's Pressey. Another shot. Blocked. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Takes a shot at the elbow, and there it is again from him. Shot good from ABC. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Orlando.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, ABC in the last matchup against the Cavaliers had a huge game. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players, have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down.
Let's just say he was really good. I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take
the Celtics have made. Austin with the ball, trailing by 17. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
They had major problems at the charity stripe in that game. It was interesting. They just could not make free throws.
Yeah, and that's frustrating to watch, especially on the road where your opportunities at the line tend to be a little more sparse than when you're at home. Boy, you've got to cash in on them.
ABC's checked in for Peyton.
And we talk about Avery Bradley here. Let's take a look at some of his stats. How the last month of basketball was for him. Averaging 13 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers might not reflect it, but the effort's really been there for him. He's going to get rewarded soon enough if he keeps getting after it like he has been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Steve. He's been unlucky not to have filled up the stat sheet more because his play has really been solid.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Let's have a look at the league's top scorers for the past month. To say these guys have been hot is an understatement. You look at ABC, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
What a performance offensively it's been of late for him. He's really clicking right now.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Ruiz the pass to Smart. To the paint. Here's Fowler. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Orlando leading by 11. Here's ABC, and the shot is good. ABC's got 21 in the game.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Smart dishes to Zeller. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Here's ABC.
Really an extraordinary game for ABC. He's got 21 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
Both free throws good from ABC. Now here's Smart. 12 points for him. Knocks it loose. Here's ABC. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 25.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. Up the floor. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter. Celtics trail by 17. And here's Smart, averaging 12 points a game. Can't get it to go.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
The shot's good from ABC.
Now, 3 three-pointers here in this quarter, 4 overall.
Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Smart kicks to Zeller. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Zeller's got 14 points for the game.
Well, that shot keeps him at 100% from the field this quarter.
Here's ABC. Zeller grabs the board.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Here's where Boston sits right now, Kevin, in the current league ranking. 3rd in three-point shooting, 9th in assists, and they're in the top half of the league in scoring as well. Not too shabby.
Well, and you talked about the free throw shooting. That's what jumps out at me, Clark. And when you shoot well from the foul line, it allows you to close games so much easier because those are easy points, and you get your defense set up at the other end because the clock is stopped.
Kicks to Crowder. Shot clock at 6. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. Look at Orlando, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, there's the Celtics. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Checking out Orlando, they're a completely different team than they were last season. I thought they would take a step forward this year, but I'd be lying if I said I thought they'd take this big a leap. It's been a huge bounce back for them.
Yeah, you're not alone in that regard, Clark. There were very few people that believed in them. I know I didn't, but the fact of the matter is they believed in themselves, and that's all that matters. And that confidence was clearly warranted.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Celtics trail by 18. And it's Turner off the drive. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Orlando. This is his first free throw of the game.
Well, his free throw numbers this year are below 70%. So when he's getting to the line, he has not been effective.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Well, you take a look at the numbers, guys. They're shooting 74% on the season.
He's off on the second. From past the arc. No good on the buzzer beater. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Magic leading by 17. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
All right, fellas, great job in the early going, but we've got to keep playing the same way. Keep this building out of it. If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists, unselfish passing.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. Or more the same as we get the third quarter started. Well, you look at ABC in this game, he's been everywhere.
How about his first half? Just easily surpassing his average point total.
On pace for a monster game. Too bad he can't score like this every night.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Magic, Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's ABC in at the point. Here's Fowler. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. He has 6. Orlando leading by 18. Feeds it to Vucevic. It's deflected. He dishes it to Gordon. And Boston with the rebound. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
I thought overall, Kevin, it was mostly the defensive effort that hurt them. Just no energy, no purpose.
Steve, I thought they were late on their rotations. They didn't really communicate well, and as a result, they paid for it.
Shot's good. And it's 6 points for Evan Turner.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively. But, I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Oladipo against Bradley. Ruiz. Rebound by the Magic. Harkless has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's ABC. The shot no good. Now Boston takes it the other way.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
And the foul called on ABC. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Second team foul.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. And he gets it to go. Smart's got 14 points for the game.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Celtics trail by 16.
Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting. 80%. They got their offense clicking.
The Magic have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And the foul called on ABC.
That's the way to make the free one.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Into the lineup for the Magic.
So it's Boston now. It's a 14-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Well, and you know the fans out in Charlotte are desperately hoping for a win there.
Zeller setting the pick for Bradley. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots from the high post. ABC's checked in for the Magic. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? You look at ABC, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
And that percentage is what you'd hope to get from one of your big men. To get it from a guy who spends most of his time on the perimeter, though, I mean, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, Steve, he has been a laser. That's what coaches call dead-eye shooters, lasers. His #1 job is to create looks for his teammates. But as you can see by that percentage, he's just as good at creating high-quality chances for himself.
No luck.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Bradley. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the left wing. ABC passes to Harkless. And stolen by Zeller. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. ABC, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The Magic can switch here. And so it